guaranteed to withstand shock and G's. It wasn't his type of watch, but it had been worn by the card holder, and that would provide a trail, another breadcrumb. It was 10:27 a.m., 18 minutes until Congressman Standing took to the podium. King plugged in the hot plate and made himself another cup of tea as he waited for it to heat. He took the cup over to the table and looked down at the rifle. Taking a deep breath, he adjusted the latex gloves he was wearing and started to assemble the parts with well-practiced precision. Chapter 2. Thames House, London.
It's been over 2 bloody weeks.
I know.
And not a word.
Nothing. Ramsay shrugged. He checked in before Standing's speech. We know there were multiple shots fired and even saw Standing down on the stage. The whole world saw it. No arrests made and no further word from King. Amherst steepled his fingers under his chin. He was a young man to hold the position of director, but the MI5 chief felt older today. Older these past 2 weeks. He would swear that there had been more grey hair at his temples when he looked into the mirror at the ageing figure who stared tiredly back at him this morning.
Simon?
Simon Merewether shrugged. There hasn't been any chatter. GCHQ has tasked Echelon with tapping the right channels. The CIA are denying an arrest was made. The FBI have been silenced through an order of national security.
And the Washington police?
Amherst asked, but to no one in particular. Ramsay said, but they won't know anything. Silenced.
Can we at least make some intelligent guesses as to King's whereabouts?
Simon Merewether hesitated, then said, It's a big country.
I know it's a big bloody country, Simon, but there are places where he could be, some more obvious than others.
Neil Ramsay was Merewether's deputy, and even though Simon Merewether was joint deputy director, the other being an administration-only role, this in no way made him number 3 in the security service. Ramsay always joked that being the deputy's deputy merely made him overworked, underpaid, and forever in the firing line. Even so, as a good Batman, he took the pressure off his boss and said, The Midwest.
Why so sure?
Amherst asked dubiously. Ramsay had thrown a bone. Now he wished he hadn't. He hated backing up statements with nothing more than a hunch. But so far his hunches had played out. It's vast, and it suits their purposes. You can drive for days and avoid seeing a town.
And that's it?
Ramsay shrugged. It's a calculated guess, but it makes sense.
Oh, well, that's okay then.
Merewether and Ramsay both knew sarcasm when they heard it, but neither man made the mistake of saying anything.
So we just have to wait?
Merewether nodded. It will happen soon enough. We'll hear something about King and we'll be ready to move.
I hope you're right,
Amherst said.
For all our sakes.
He picked up a sheet of paper from his in-tray and said nothing more. Both men gave it around 10 seconds, Merewether making the first move and getting to his feet. Amherst seemed oblivious as both men headed for the door. Outside there was an office with Amherst's PA typing quickly and expertly at a laptop. She smiled at them as she typed. She did not know Alex King. Nobody on this floor, or any floor within Thames House, would recall the name or recognise a photograph. Merewether held the door open for Ramsay and the overhead lighting illuminated the corridor. The building had been hit by anti-aircraft gunfire and incendiary ammunition in a terrorist attack, and this level had been entirely rebuilt. It had lost what little character it had, and that wasn't saying much. Controlled by sensors, the lights ahead of them switched on and the lights behind them switched off as they walked. No matter the time of day, the experience was eerie. A hunch, Merewether asked, or an educated guess? They're usually one and the same, but enough to go on. Ramsay shrugged. I heard talk before, years ago. South Dakota, Wyoming, that sort of postcode. Merewether scoffed. What's that? 3 or 4 times the size of Britain? A bit more. How much time will it save?